Hello students. In the previous video we had discussed about the various structures or parts of a flower. Today we will deal with another important topic of class 12 biology, pre-fertilization events in a flower. So what are pre-fertilization events? Events that occur before fertilization. Are termed as events that occur before fertilization are termed as pre-fertilization events. What does it include? It includes gametogenesis and gamete transfer. What does gametogenesis mean, or what do we study under gametogenesis? We study under gametogenesis development of male and female gametes, and we also study about the formation of male and female gametes. So in gametogenesis, under gametogenesis, we study about development of male and female gametes and also about formation of male and female gametes. What do we study under gamete formation? Bringing together male and female gametes for the purpose of fertilization. Here in plants, pollination plays a very vital role in bringing together the male and female gametes. So in gamete transfer, the second one, we study about how male and female gametes are brought together, and pollination in this regard plays a very important role. Now we must study about male and female reproductive structures in a flower so that we can understand the whole pre-fertilization events. So let us draw a figure. This is the filament, and this is the proximal end. This is the proximal end. This is the proximal end, and this one is the terminal end. Terminal end is attached to anther, and the proximal end is attached to thalamus or petals. Thalamus or petal. So as we all know, what is the main reproductive organ, male reproductive organ? It's androecium. What is it? It's androecium, and androecium consists of stamens. So this is the typical stamen, figure of a stamen. So this terminal end is attached to anther, the proximal end is attached to thalamus or petal, and this is the filament, and it has two lobes. It has two lobes. It is at the side, so it is not so visible, but let us draw another figure to let you understand the whole thing. Now it's clear. We have two lobes here, one lobe, two lobes. So we have two lobes, so it is called dilobed. These two lobes are called dilobed. We have two lobes, and each lobe in this manner also, and each lobe, two lobes, each lobe is separated by each lobe is separated by a longitudinal groove. separated by a longitudinal groove or cut, long narrow cut. Okay, and as a result, each lobe consists of two thiccages. These departments are known as thiccages. So each lobe is dithesis. Each lobe is dithesis. So we have two lobes in the anther. Each lobe consists of two thiccages. So it is, each lobe is dithesis, and they are separated by a longitudinal groove. Now if we cut it in a transverse way, we will get the structure in this particular manner. Let us draw a figure. This is the line of dehiscence of pollen grains. The pollen grains burst out and come through this particular path. And this is the stalk. These are pollen sacs which are filled with pollen grains. Here the pollen grains have burst out through this particular path, and what happens after? They land on the stigma. They land on the stigma, and then they are carried towards the female sex organs, and as a result of that, fertilization occurs. So this is the three-dimensional structure of anther. So there are four sides here. So we can say that anther is tetragonal. So today we will leave with this point only, and in the next video we will continue. Till then, keep enjoying biology, and if you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe it and do share and like my videos.